Well, hello everybody. I thought it was time to do another live streaming of me sculpting. So let's just dive in. This is the file that we used when we set up our brushes, and I'm just gonna go ahead and start sculpting something. I think it's gonna be a car, if you see the base model already. Um, Now the first thing I want to do is I want to have Dino Topo on. I'm taking the resolution of 10 and constant detail, subdivided edges, as we've seen all along. And I'm gonna go ahead and take my flatten brush. So this is the flatten brush. I'm gonna see I can see the if I can see my yes, yeah, there it is. I want to see my brush always. So what we do with the flatten brush is that we're gonna add some vertices. Now you see here we got 10,000 vertices in this mesh. Dynotopo is on. So let's go ahead and add some more. So we are not adding so much vertices right now. I'm just gonna change my resolution to 15. And you're gonna see the the verts increasing. You cannot have good sculpting without some geometry, without some verts going on. I know Dynotopo is to to have verts when you need them. They're just added on the fly. But if you're a hard surface sculptor like me, it's also nice to always have some verts because in your mesh, because you're not always working at the same in the same area, and you just want to have a dense mesh. Now you already have some shape of a car, and now let's go ahead and I am going to smooth it out a little bit with the polish brush. Okay, and as you can see with the polish brush, the vert count does not change. The polish brush is a brush that just moves the already existing vertices around, and doesn't change the amount of vertices that we have. So this is just to relax a little bit the vertices that are already in our mesh. Now let's go ahead and start by chipping away, and I use for that the scrape brush. And with the scrape brush I can easily go ahead and make some changes really to the geometry. um, I want to go for this the old look of the cars where they're really pointed to the back. I want to go ahead with something like this. We're gonna add some vertices later on. Okay, good. And in the front, I want to go ahead and turn this also into more of a nose. Okay, and we're going to add some verts there. I'm gonna do that right now. For that, I take the clay brush with the clay strips. And I'm just gonna go ahead and start adding some here to take that dent. There was a dent here. I don't want to have that dent anymore, and I want to have a bulge in the hood. So I want to have the hood, okay, higher up than the side skirts, and I want to have a nose. So I'm just adding meshes. I'm just adding verts. I'm just going ahead and giving some geometry. As you can see, this adds verts. Not much, but they're added. You can with Shift F, you can alter the strength. Okay, so this is gonna be pointy. Okay, 18,000 vertices, and this I want to have also more rounded on the top. Okay, rounded on the top, and more rounded in the back. Okay, so I have some verts there. Okay, cool. Now we're gonna go ahead with the flatten brush and flatten everything out. Flatten everything out. Don't be scared if your model doesn't look great from the get-go. I think sculpting is a process. Just start off and have some shape in your head that you want to go to, but not setting stone. It's more like a something you want to achieve, but it's not necessary to achieve it. So you just go ahead and see what works for you, and what that's how I work. What goes around in my head, and what's happening on the canvas. Um, Now you can see here I got some indentation. Um, this is this is not so good. I want to have this going like this, and I want to have some more verts this. So I'm gonna go ahead now and use the inflate brush for this instance. Just I'm gonna inflate this a little bit. There you go. And smoothing it out. Okay, cool. That's it's not where you want to be, but that's not a problem for now. Right now I just want to have a relaxed mesh, getting the proportions in. That's all that matters now. I have this awful dent I want to get rid of. So there you go, that's gone. And again, there you go. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Now this is really blobby. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and go for 20. And again with the flatten brush, just add some verts. And you're gonna see now we're already at 26,000 verts. That's okay, that's cool. That's no problem there. And go ahead with the smooth brush, smooth it out. Smooth your car out, or whatever you're making. It's a car that I am doing now, so because I like cars. Okay, and now I'm gonna go ahead with my spray brush and go in with I want to go in and work on the shape of the car itself. So okay, this is going to be good for the no, something like that. No, Control Z, Control Z. Okay, I am going to work on the back a little bit more first. Okay. And I'm gonna go ahead and let's try to make something out of this. Okay, there's a nose coming up. Okay, now I'm gonna go and take the draw brush. Display is on, okay, yes. And with the draw brush, I'm just gonna draw here some verts. Okay. And I'm gonna do the same here, because I didn't like how that turned out, and go ahead and smooth it out. Okay. And I'm gonna need something here, because I want to have some continuation of this. Okay, cool, and I'm gonna smooth it out so that the transition happens really nicely. Okay, we're gonna work on that some later on, and I am going to start giving some arches here. So again, with the draw brush, I'm drawing some shape into that. Okay, and with this smooth brush, smooth it out. Okay, and this is way too, how do you say it, lump. I want to have some really nice curves going on. So let's go ahead and work on that a little bit more. And I just jump around my model, and it takes me on this creative journey where I try to make something beautiful. Sometimes I achieve it, and sometimes I don't. So it's not that every time I sculpt I get a really nice car. Sometimes I sculpt for hours and I just delete it. Um, I also I like sculpting because it gives me some creative freedom. It gets my ideas flowing more than just modeling. If I like modeling, but if I'm modeling it, it's just like I have to model to something. And with sculpting, I can let that go. Um, so we're not there yet here with the windscreen. I'm gonna add uh, some more geometry. Mm, we're not quite there yet. But we're getting there. And I'm gonna smooth this out. And I'm gonna come back later to shape it a little bit more. Okay. Okay, so now we're having, we got this sexy nose, a little bit of a sexy nose going on. Now let's see if I can go ahead and make some lines in there. I take the crease brush. Now I'm not such a big fan of the crease brush. I'm gonna shift S it to do the lazy sweep. Um, I'm not such a really big fan of the Crease Brush, because I think there are better brushes to do this, but I'm just gonna use it now. And with the Crease Brush, I am going to start giving this car one line already. That is going to start to give this car some character. Now I want to have an A-pillar. Okay. Okay. And here in the okay, so let's go ahead and use the and smooth it out. Just use the clay brush to fill that up. And now I'm smoothing it out. There's no magic brush. There's no brush that does everything. Every brush that I use, and I don't always necessarily use the brush for what they are intended for. Some people comment me on that. I don't mind. I just use the brushes that I feel comfortable with, and I learn to work with, and they do the job that I want, and that's what I need at this stage. So let's go ahead and scrape some more. I'm gonna scrape this section. I'm gonna increase the strength of my scrape brush. And I'm looking for a line here that I like. And now I have to see if I can fit this in. I have these two. I have a big, how do you say it, puddle there, Control Z. It's not the right brush. I'm gonna have to smooth that out, Control Z that one. Okay. Okay, we're starting to see a windshield, and we're getting the A-pillars also for the base of the greenhouse. We're getting the roof line in. Okay, let's work this out. And this is going to have to change because this is too lump. This is a really lumpy thing. Let's go ahead and look at side view. Okay, so this has to be a little sportier. So this has to go. I'm not sure where I'm going with this, but here on the front I like the long nose here, so I'm gonna work on that some now to get my mind working. Sometimes I just change where I'm working at, because if you're looking also always at the same problem, uh, sometimes you don't see the solution. And if you go ahead and walk away from the problem, start working on another problem or another challenge, the solution just comes to you. So let's go ahead and okay, this is starting to work out. Okay, let's go ahead and save you. Oh yeah, this is nice. This is going really good. I'm gonna take some material away here. Okay, this should be going more like this and straight. This has to be a. So now the crease brush is coming in real handy, because now I can really start to define that cross section some more. So where the greenhouse starts. Okay, so and now I can work on that. Now we can see that there's a lump that needs to get out. So I'm gonna just zoom in and I'm gonna take it out. Don't forget to lift your pen. That way you're gonna take material away. There you go. I need to do it a little bit more here also. Okay. So now let's go ahead and smooth that one out. You see, I always do the same steps. So giving it a shape and smoothing it out. Now I am going to work on the windshield here. I am going to scrape. So scrape this. And okay, cool. So don't be afraid I have a laptop with the numeric keys, and that's really helpful, because I just can switch to the views that I need to see my process, my progress, or to see where I'm working on. So yes, this is nice. So this is nice. Okay, so now I got something here that's really fast, but this is way too lumpy. This is like I don't know what this is. This is not good. This is really not good, and I need to take it out. So let's go ahead and start with that. And I am going to come in with my scrape brush and then Shift F with some real strength. Now what happens if I do this? Okay. This reminds me a bit of a cobra, an AC cobra. So let's work on that some more. Okay, cool, but it's still too high. So I am going to Control Z, Shift F. Don't make it so. Okay. Now let's go ahead and see what we've done. Okay, this is not great, but it is getting somewhere, and I like a little bit. This was too lumpy, so now I am just going to go ahead and try to find some more lines here that are working and that are giving this car a nice transition. But I think I am going to need to draw some more. Okay, and now go ahead and smooth it out. Okay, smooth it out here. Oh, don't be afraid to kill some lines. We're gonna end up making them again and again and again. As I said, this is not set in stone. This is a work in progress, and as Bob Ross always says, sometimes you got these crazy little accidents that really turn up really well. So let's go ahead and watch. And okay, so I'm going to add some more material here because this is a little bit too flat. The area of the roof is a bit too flat for me. So let's go ahead and add some material. Okay. And now I am smoothing it out again. And again, watching this unfold as we go, because now I got rid of the huge lump, but now we're gonna have to. We got 30,000 vertices. Let's add some more. 25 for the resolution. And what I do now is just flatten. Just use the flatten brush, and I Control Z, Shift F. Don't make it so harsh. Make it a little bit bigger. As you can see, 33,000. And don't be afraid to go over your entire model, because you're gonna need the vertices. You're gonna need the vertices to have some to have a good result. So don't be scared. As I told you, you're finding lines and then you're destroying them and just gonna create them again and again, and that's cool because this makes your workflow, how can I say it, productive, because you're always trying to do the same things and you're just handling more verts. And in the beginning, when you have a small amount of verts, they're easy to handle, and then you just make them bigger, and you also start seeing shapes, and you know how to make the shape because you've already made it once, and then you just have to make it again, and that's how simple it is, because you already made it and you already found it once, so you're definitely gonna find it again. Okay, so now I got 42,000 words, and let's go ahead with Crease Brush, Shift F, no, F, and I'm just gonna use I use the lazy sweep. Okay, so there's my hood, and now I wanna have Control Z, this should be here. And as you can see, this goes up, and that's not what we want. We want this to be there, okay? And we are going to find it. We're going to find the wheel arch here, because we want to have a wheel arch here. And I'm going to take out something there, and I am going to make this sharp nose a little bit more sharky. So now go ahead and with the draw brush, and some of you should already, if you're into cars, see a particular nose coming up, and it's a distinguished nose in the automotive industry. If you know what it is, just drop a line in the comments. If you already can see the nose that that I am now making. I wonder if there are any of you that are also car enthusiasts like I am. I like looking at a nice car. Oh, I am using the Flatten Brush now to get some shapes in. And with the draw brush, I just drew some material in. So I added some geometry. So now I'm going to take the scrape brush again, and I'm going to start scraping again some geometry away here. Now let's go ahead with the tree. Oh yeah, yes. That's a really nice nose going on there. But the greenhouse is still not good. So I'm going to put some work in at the greenhouse. And I'm about to end this live stream because I don't want to do all in one. I want to give you guys something to look out for. And also it's getting late. I live in Belgium, so it's now 11:30 at night, and I need to go to sleep. But I like working. I like sculpting because it gives me some peace of mind also. Okay, so we're gonna have to put this line a little bit higher, and we're gonna do that by just drawing it, smoothing it, and there you go. Edge just higher, and we're gonna have to fill this. So let's take that, and there you go. There you go. That's how you make your ape a little bit more upfront. And we're gonna have to do something about this. It's actually not bad, but it's a bit too. I want to have it a little bit going in. I'm gonna wait. I'm just gonna take my scrape brush again and scrape some away here. I'm not all I'm still not convinced about this rear, but I'm just gonna go ahead and start making something out of it. Okay, so now let's see what we have. Okay, um, I'm gonna need something more here. So with the draw brush, I am drawing. Now smooth it out. That's like this. Okay. Cool. And now let's go ahead and I'm dropping the apilar again in and smoothing it out. Okay, I think I'm gonna hold it now, for now. So what we got now is we got something that looks like this and has this really sharky nose. Oh, I like it. If you're looking at this. Okay, I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. The current window. Wow. And save in the pictures folder. Save. I'm gonna use that um, as a thumbnail for this live stream. I hope you enjoyed it. It was nice making it. If you have some ideas on where I need to go with this, or if you wanna see me make more out of this, subscribe. If you know what kind of nose I am going for, it's a really a well-known nose in the car industry. And maybe if you have ideas for the back, let me know. Because we're gonna need some work on this some more. Keep posted. Let drop something in the comments if you have some ideas. If you know what nose this is, and if you have some ideas on the back, it's always nice to hear what you're saying. Um, I always reply. Every time somebody drops some comment on my videos, I try to reply. I'm almost always reply. If you like, if you like this live stream, watch it again. It's gonna be saved, and give me a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give me a thumbs down. I don't care. I do care, but I always try to improve. So thank you for watching, and until next time. See ya.